What's up, January Deppers? This is Thomas Brown, January Shippers, I mean. I just figured I'd make a quick blog like everybody else did about shipping out and stuff like that. Um, I got the job security forces. I leave January 24th, and, but I actually leave my house, for the MEPS on the 22nd, and uh, I just got distracted. I leave I leave my house on the Sunday morning. Stay at Much for 2 nights. On Tuesday night is when I'll be shipping out to boot camp. Um, I got security forces. Uh, I really wanted air crew though. I mean, when I originally depped in September, I made my list for like my top five for air crew. I really wanted air crew. I had loadmaster, aerial gunner, sensor operator, airborne mission systems, and my number one was in-flight refueling. And I really wanted one of those, but I was in debt for 3 months. I didn't get a job. Oh yeah, and then my recruiter called me and told me that he had an opening for security forces if I was interested. And originally I kind of did want security forces because it was like more law enforcement, and it earned you credits in criminal justice degree, and I really wanted to be like a CSI or something like that. So I was like, all right, um, I think I'll put that down. But then I looked up on it and stuff and found out that it was like the most hated job in the Air Force. So I decided it wasn't for me. So I didn't put it on my list. But he called me and told me he had it shipping out for the 24th, and in that if I didn't take it, that I would most likely, even if I got a job this next coming up month, it would be April, May before I got shipped out. And I'm from a small town here in Florida, Steenhatchee, Florida, and uh, and I was just tired of sitting around, so I went ahead and I decided I'd take it, and if anything, I can cross train after 2 years into I can cross train into PJ, which is I'm thinking about doing after 2 years because it's critically manned spot to where they need a lot of them, or I can just wait for the 3 years and cross train into like Loadmaster or something like that. Cause Loadmaster's hard to get as like a depper, but as far as cross training into, it's pretty easy to cross train into is what I've been told. So I'm gonna go with that. But so I'm gonna try. I'll either stay in a cross trainer or I might like it and become like a canine handler or something like that and stay in. I mean, I'm not one of those dudes that's like, oh, I got security forces. I'm gonna hate my life and crap like that. But I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it. But I would just really want an air crew or something like that. But I'm cool with it and everything like that gets me out of here. It's really a blessing from God that I get to ship out so soon instead of having to wait until then. But anyways, I plan on doing 20 years, but I don't know for sure because I want to become officer, and I know it's like a dream or whatever, but I want to become officer and a pilot because I know it's so hard to become a pilot. But I got 2020 and debt procession and whatever the crap it's called. I got all that, and so I'm good to go as far as stuff like that goes. So the only thing that's stopping me is myself. So I know if I put my mind to it, I can get it easy. Oh, well, not easy, but I can get it. Um, hmm, let's see. Uh, but yeah, I plan on by at least like by at least 6 or 7 years, I want to make officer. Because you got to make it before you're 29, you got to be able to be in pilot school or whatever. So I want to do that, but at least be in no more than 6 or 7 years before I do make officer. I plan on having my 4 year degree by the time that my 4 year contract's up. Because as soon as I get to my first base and get my CDCs, I'm gonna go straight to work on it. And so I'll probably just go ahead and pursue a degree in criminal justice since I already got credits towards it. And so I'll do that. But let's see. But yeah, I mean, shout out to all the January shippers. I mean, the page is pretty cool, y'all. It's some interesting conversations on there. Probably a lot better than any of the other pages up there. Um, I mean, I don't really know. I know that I know that what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm somewhat nervous about boot camp. Not not like really nervous, but I'm nervous like as far as like getting hollered at and stuff like that because I don't really like getting hollered at. I mean, it's not that I don't like it; it's just I'm not used to it. I'm not used to really people telling me you know, really a lot of what to do and stuff like that. But I'm not really stressing about it too much, like not at all. I'm not stressing about the PT requirements at all. I mean, from what I've been told, the PT, I mean, it's pretty much it's not hard at all, and especially since they lowered the requirements, which I don't know why they did it. I mean, it kind of makes us look bad, but they lowered the requirements even lower, so now it's gonna be even more of a breeze. But yeah, only like 2 more weeks to go before I ship out to the Maps Hotel. It's Sunday right now, so I'm excited. I'm ready to go. But I mean, there was something else I was gonna say, and I just can't remember what it was. Um, let me think for a minute. I'm drawing a blank here, cause you know I didn't write anything down for this here video. But oh yeah, this one kid. After I found out that I was gonna get the ship out date for the 24th for security forces, I was like, well, that's pretty awesome. I was like, but I still want a loadmaster, and I met this kid online and on Facebook, and he got loadmaster shipping out Valentine's Day, February 14th. And he wanted security forces, and I'm like, how do you put security forces as your number one and you not get it and you get loadmaster? I was like, that's some bull, because loadmaster was my number two, and I didn't have security forces on my list. But he had that, and I was like, I was joking with him. I was like, let's trade, and he's like, all right. And I'm like, what, for real? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, ah, sweet. So I talked to my recruiter, and I didn't know if it was possible. I doubted it was in my luck, but I talked to my recruiter, and my recruiter's like, I don't know. It ain't never been. I mean, it's been traded contracts in the same debt program, same area, but he was from New York, so I didn't, and I'm from Florida, so I didn't see it really happening. But we got my hopes up about it, and it turns out after a couple of days of stressing out, I'm not stressing out, but anticipating it because I did not knowing, my recruiter found out that it couldn't be done, or I know it probably could, but he didn't, like, I guess, like, his bosses or whoever didn't want to put the time in for it, because, I mean, it's just a matter of signing a couple pieces of paper and switch contracts, but, I mean, it's whatever. It would have been great, but, you know, at least I get to ship a little bit earlier, get to ship with my fellow January, you know, January, January shippers. But yeah, I guess that's about it. I security forces, you know, I'm excited about it. Uh, Shipping the 24th. Anybody else shipping from the Jacksonville Maps on the 24th? Let me know. Maybe we can chill at the hotel. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I just figured I'd make a blog or vlog or video or whatever crap it's called up here because everybody else is doing it. But yeah, that's about it. So deuces. See y'all.